What's going on, guys? It's your buddy Double D, and welcome back to Tom Clancy's The Division. Today we're going to be talking about a new build that I've been running around with just for shits and giggles in the Dark Zone for PvP. Now this is a PvP only build. It does not perform as well as the Sentry set in PvE, or quite frankly, the Sentry set in PvP, but it's fun, and I wanted to try and put together a build with the Striker gear set. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. We're going to show you guys the stats, the build, what you should be looking for, and then I'm going to show you some gameplay right at the end of me killing some people. So you guys know the weapon, but we'll go over it again just because. So we've got a tactical AUG with a 23.0% crit hit chance increase, deadly, vicious, and competent, which is nice for that burst. We've got an M1A that has brutal and deadly. I do have an M1A that has balanced on it, but I like this one better just because brutal and deadly is a little bit better in my opinion. I do have a Vector, but I can't get a good roll on Vector. This one's got brutal and responsive, but it's just not as good as my AUG. So that's why I use this one. You guys know the chest piece that we're going to be using. It is a 163 gear score with the talent Reckless. Still bugged, so until it's not bugged, we're going to keep using it. Increased damage by 12.5%, which is huge, and it decreases damage by 10% that is taken, even though that's not what it says. We got a nice armor roll, some ammo capacity, and damage to elites, so that's not bad, plus a mod slot. I believe in this one I'm using a firearms mod, and one of the things you're going to notice is that everything that I use is going to have an armor bonus, and that's because I'm not at the armor cap with this setup. I just haven't been able to get any good rolls on my gear. I am using a 4-piece striker set. I've got the mask with skill power, which that could be changed to critical hit, but I kind of like to have the skill power for the burst on pulse. And prototype stamina mod, again with armor. I have the striker knee pads with critical hit damage and then a bunch of other stuff, and one mod slot that is going to be holding a prototype stamina mod, again with armor. I have a striker's holster with pulse critical hit damage, so that's really nice. And all three stats all the way across the board, so that helps tremendously with the skill power. The gloves, I've got two different gloves that I use. This is the one that I'm using for this particular build. Critical hit chance, critical hit damage, and SMG damage. It does not have Savage, however, and this one actually does, but it doesn't have critical hit chance. It's got health on kill, so I like to bounce back and forth between these two, but for this build I like to run the critical hit chance and the critical hit damage gloves. And then for my striker pack, I've got critical hit damage on there, and it's firearms, again with a firearm mod with armor. Now what makes this build so good is the burst capability, and the reason the burst capability is so good is going to be because of this. Critical hit damage is, well, that's weird. I don't know why it says 172%, and well, those stats are all sorts of messed up. Look at that. Critical hit chance, critical hit damage is at 172, headshot damage is at 292%. Okay, so I'm going to assume that that is because it thinks that I have my M1A equipped. I don't know this game and its bugs. Let's see, let's make sure we got the right thing equipped. Very good. Okay, here we go. That's better. Yeah. So critical hit damage at 210%, headshot damage is at 21%, and critical hit chances at 52%. Now, one of the things to pay close attention to is that when my health drops, my DPS will drop because of the vicious talent. So this is a very bursty build, meaning that you really need to be the one to get the drop on your opponent, but it's really fun, and if you do, you can hit them with that scan pulse. You can melt them before they even know what's going on. So this is kind of like a ganking class. More so than everything else. Everything kind of, in my opinion, is geared towards ganking right now because everyone's running glass cannon setups. I was running around with the tank build that I've posted on my channel earlier, and even with 65% armor mitigation and over 100k health, I was still getting melted. So it's, at this point, there's really, in my opinion, not much of a point in having anything over probably 80 to 85k health if you have to sacrifice DPS. I know a lot of you guys probably have better gear than me. I know some people are running like 275 DPS and 100k health, and that's insane. I have not reached that level yet, but we're working towards it. We're working towards it. So anyways, that's the build. I love having 210% critical hit damage, and it's really big for the striker set because you see the 3-set bonus, the 3-set bonus is plus 50% critical hit damage. The talent shooter, in my opinion, is just extremely lackluster. Every consecutive hit deals 1% more damage, stacks up to 100%. Missing shots drops bonus by 2%, and bonus is reduced by 1% every second. So, you know, it sounds like it would be great, but you really need like 100% uptime on your target to make this effective, and that's just not realistic at all. I'm hoping that they do some balancing for the Sentry set, and I don't think that you can really buff this at all without kind of making it OP as well. But I think one of the things that they need to do with the Sentry call set is I think Immunizer on your first aid support station should what's the word I'm looking for? It should counteract the Stalker talent, in my opinion, because you get a group full of people with Sentry set, and it's just about who shoots who first, to be honest. So if you had, for example, an Immunizer out and you couldn't get debuffed or marked like that, it would make things a little more interesting. But until they do something, Sentry set is really the way to go, guys. But if you are looking for a striker set build, this is one that you can look forward to, and it's actually pretty fun to burst people down. But like I said, extended firefights, not going to get you very far. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry I'm being a little quiet and less energetic than usual. My daughter is sleeping right around the corner, and I do not want to wake her up. If you enjoyed the build and found it in any way helpful, do me a favor, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more Division content. Going forward, guys, I think we're going to try and stick to an upload schedule for Division content because there's not a lot to be putting out. I've still got some good ideas for videos, so don't worry, they're still going to be coming, but I think I'm going to probably be uploading Division videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then I'll find something to fill the Tuesday, Thursday slot with maybe some Dark Souls gameplay, maybe Destiny. Overwatch is coming out next week. If you guys did like the Dark Souls video that I posted, do me a favor and go watch it, and thumbs up if you did, because if you guys don't like it, I'm gonna still play the game, but I'm not gonna I probably won't upload a ton of videos on that. So let me know what you guys want to see, and I will catch you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoy this little clip, and I appreciate all the support. Let me in. It's cold. I'll behave, I promise. Oh, behind you, inexcusable.
Right here.
Bye-bye.
Almost got him. Yeah, got him.
Oh Jesus! Look at this guy. He popped his super, and it's still not enough. Where? I don't. Oh, I see him. Yeah.